Hey guys, it's Chelsea with Austin Underground. I am sitting here with Sara Hartman. How are you doing?
Just fine.
Good. All right, so you're performing today at the Republic Showcase. Are you excited, nervous, or anything?
Yeah, really, really excited. Well, I performed yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was such a great show, and it was such a warm audience. I was like, I'm so nervous. This is my first South by, so I was like, I have no idea what to expect, and then people are really, really receptive, and I'm having a great time.
Awesome, good. I'm happy to hear that. So I read that you moved to Berlin when you were young to pursue music. Why Berlin?
Well, it was just opportunity, to be honest. It was, I moved about a year ago. We're nearing the year mark where I moved,
Yeah.
and I'm from the Hamptons, and I played for the right person, and I had saved up enough money from bar gigs over the summer to afford a plane ticket to Berlin, and I met my producer over there, and we wrote a few songs, and then I decided to make the rest of my album with him, and yeah, the rest is history.
Have you been influenced by Berlin, or is there like a difference for you in regards to like inspiration between the two places that you're living in?
Oh yeah. Berlin is it's becoming a second home, to be honest. But I'm from New York, and the best way that I've learned to describe it is I just finished Patti Smith's book, Just Kids, before I went to Berlin for the first time, and it was like I felt this energy in Berlin of the way New York was in the late 60s, early 70s, like where it was still dirty. There was art everywhere, it was a little dangerous, but that's also exciting. And I think Berlin has that energy now, it's a city on the verge of something, which I think is very inspiring.
Yeah. Where would you like to visit? Like, have you been anywhere or anything or have you seen somewhere that you thought about visiting so you could maybe write there because you wouldn't draw from like where the inspiration of the city or whatever?
My goal for my life is just to see everything and everywhere. No, but I think I just recently came off tour. I was opening for Ellie Goulding actually in Europe, and that was such a trip. And I got to see all of these crazy cities in Europe. I mean, like Zurich and Warsaw, and we went everywhere, and it was. I am inspired by Europe in general, and I'm excited to go to other places. And I think whether you realize it or not, where you are really influences you. So.
That's awesome. And I actually have interviewed Miss Mister before, and you toured with them.
Yeah.
How was that your first big headlining like experience?
Yeah, that was my first support tour in Germany, and I supported Family of the Year before that, but Miss Mister was the first one where I got to play a Huxley's in Berlin, which was like 1,500 people, which was like so many at the time. I was so nervous, and Miss Mister, I mean, they're just amazing people. They're colorful. Exactly, and they've performed. I learned a lot from them, and I think so much respect. And I actually ran into Lizzie here at South by. Yeah, it was really cool. Right? And yeah, so it was an amazing experience.
Awesome. And so you have a song, Monster Lead Me Home. What is that about exactly? Because I watched the music video and I listened to it and I love it, but what exactly is that?
Well, for me, it's a metaphor for me moving to Berlin, because that's really where I drew most of the inspiration for the album was the move, because it was the most exciting and the most terrifying thing I've ever done, to date. It's been really quite an experience, and it's like growing up really fast and attempting to be an adult in a city where they don't speak your language.
Yeah.
And whenever I would get homesick, I would watch Where the Wild Things Are, and it was this image of this, like, I just kind of felt like a lost little kid, and the monster is, I guess, my music in a way, and I think it will bring me to where I'm supposed to be.
That's an interesting concept of a monster leading you home, because normally it's like you run away from monsters, but I guess.
Hey, you don't have to be scared.
Good point.
Right?
Good, like very deep, definitely. So, are you working on anything new? Are you releasing anything new anytime soon?
Yes. Well, new songs are coming very soon. Yeah, the EP will come out at the end of April. So we got some very new stuff, and I'm really, really excited for the new videos are coming up soon, and then the album will come out in September. So it's gonna be a fun summer. I can't wait to be everywhere.
Awesome. Well, we're excited about that. One last question: who, dead or alive, would you like to collaborate with?
Oh, This is a good question. I'm going through a Nina Simone phase.
Okay.
And I think the way that she plays piano is very, very, very fascinating to me. And I think that, like, first, it's like the classical, but also that kind of, it's pure emotive classical, which is another thing that I'm such a nerd. I'm so sorry. But you're right, and she puts such raw energy into her performances, and that really, really deeply moved me. And there, of course, there's the quote where it's an artist's duty to reflect the times, and I would like to hear her opinions on now. Yeah, because I think it's a very interesting time now. And yeah, so Nina Simone, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was very nice to meet you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at South by.
Thank